This is Racelets INDYCAR Podcast. Here are your hosts, Fred and Sydney.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Racelets INDYCAR Podcast. I'm Fred.
I'm Sydney.
Episode 16, Sydney, this season. That means that we only have one more episode to go to wrap up.
Technically,
we'll have
two.
We'll have a final one.
Technically, two.
And this episode is going to be awesome because we have so much to talk about. We just had one of the most historic, memorable.
Yeah.
What adjectives can you use to describe what we just witnessed?
All of them
in Washington D.C.
Literally all of them.
This last weekend for the Freedom 250. We're going to break all of that down. We're going to preview this coming weekend's doubleheader at the Milwaukee Mile for IndyCar.
Yep. And IndyNXT is finally back. After 2 weeks off.
The championships are tight in both.
Yep.
And
both series only having 3 races left.
Only 3 races left.
Crazy.
We've come down to this point. The nitty gritty. I hate this now because I know it's so close to the end of the season. I don't want it to go because
I don't want it to be over.
I wish this could just be year round all the time. It would be
I agree. I think drivers would agree. So why don't we just make it?
Drivers would agree
an all year round thing.
As we always like to do and start the show, we have all of our social medias down at the bottom below here. You can follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Sydney.
Use my code SydneyBum10 and save 10% off your next Java House order.
Speaking of Java House, I just had the mango black tea
That's
over
a good
this
one.
weekend, and my gosh, that hit the spot.
It does. Definitely on a hot day. It's very refreshing.
Oh my gosh, you talk about hot days. We've had triple-digit temperatures here in Southern California for the entire month of August and pretty much
it's been horrible.
The entire month of July as well. We haven't shut off the AC. I'm afraid to open my Edison bill. I don't have solar. This is going to be – I'm going to have to take a loan out to pay the electricity here.
Yeah.
But yes, those Java House drinks, if it's the liquid science that gets you the electrolytes, the teas –
the energy drink.
The energy drinks. I think Sydney drinking one right here. She's got an iced coffee, one of the cold brews.
My iced coffee. I need that
So
caffeine.
please, if you have a chance, go to javahouse.com, place an order, use code SydneyBum10 and save yourself 10%.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Go do it.
Thank you guys so much as well for following along and throughout the course of this season and
making
on
it this
our
far.
podcast. We are almost there. But without any more delays,
let's talk about
last
weekend.
What just happened this weekend and everything.
Freedom 250.
For the Freedom 250, Sydney. I mean, where do we even start? This was an incredible race. Talk about you really enjoyed the sight lines.
The sights, yes. The greenery along with the monuments literally made every place the perfect photo op. Literally so gorgeous.
Never having been to DC, unfortunately we were unable to attend. I've never even been on the East Coast, but it looked incredible.
It looked gorgeous.
The weather was perfect. I think 80 degrees. I mean, the blue sky with some clouds and just everything looked great when they shot. They showed shots from all across.
It was
DC
very gorgeous.
The Capitol building and like you mentioned, the monuments and they talked about the museums. Fox did a tremendous job with this. 3.282 million viewers. This was like having a second Super Bowl in one season. After the Indy 500.
After the Indy 500, this was definitely the second biggest race ever.
They really hit the mark and checked all the boxes with the pregame. Chris Myers, Danica Patrick, Elio Castroneves. They did a fantastic job right there. The flyovers,
guys in the booth, of course.
The God Bless America, the national anthem. President Trump waving the green flag and all of that. I think that IndyCar really made its mark in DC.
This will be one to remember
it's just
for a while.
For the fans of IndyCar. There were fans. Who have never seen racing in general.
There were people who aren't fans, and now hopefully will become fans.
Yeah.
After watching that race.
100,000 tickets were given away in a lottery. We were able to get tickets through the lottery, and I was able to donate them to an IndyCar fan who drove all the way out from Indiana.
That's crazy.
To witness that. And he said it was the most spectacular event that he had been to.
That's awesome.
And I'm so happy for that we can provide, other IndyCar
other people
fans
an opportunity
to witness this great sport because, we're huge fans ourselves, and I can only imagine, what it could be like for somebody,
especially if it's like your first time. Yeah.
And what a time it was too. I mean, let's recap this historic.
Let's talk about it
in DC, where Kyle Kirkwood delivered one of the most dominant performances I think we've seen throughout the entire IndyCar season.
Yes.
Sydney,
King of the street course is back.
It is.
He took it from pretty much right away, but this was such an Andretti dominated weekend.
Oh, it was for sure. The first Freedom 250 Grand Prix around the National Mall belonged to Kyle Kirkwood, and like you said, Andretti. Kyle starting second in this race, grabbed the lead from pole sitter Alex Palou, who picked up his
seventh pole of the
season. Pole of the season, adding that extra bonus point to his championship total, which was going to be huge. As we talk about a little bit later, what happened with Alex Palou. On that opening lap, and Kyle led for 128 of the 147 laps in this race. That's just so crazy.
And he crossed the finish line with a 3-second lead over Christian Lundgaard, and then Will Power finished third.
Will Power, another podium.
3 in a row. 3 in a row.
Dude.
3 in a row on new street circuits too.
Yeah, he is podium at all of Andretti
has dominated at all of these new courses.
Circuits. Yeah, Kirkwood winning at Arlington here in DC.
Marcus Ericsson last weekend in Markham.
Oh, geez.
Literally.
Andretti really putting the stamp on their season
marking
as
their
the
ground.
team to beat, I think. And I don't know, if you could really say momentum could carry into IndyCar racing or racing in general, but
it looks like it has.
If there is, they're definitely riding
They're definitely using it.
Surfing it to the end of this season. It's just tremendous. Marcus Ericsson finishing in 4th. So Andretti had 3 of their cars in the top 4 of this race, Sydney.
Yeah, and you know who else finished in the top 5?
Who was that?
Kiffin Simpson.
Kiffin Simpson.
After starting
let's put the totals here. This is
23rd, he finished 5th.
Finishing 5th. Great job out of Kiffin Simpson.
I think he was the biggest
highest mover. Oh, definitely the biggest mover of the race. The highest finishing Chip Ganassi car in the race as well. So your top 5 were Kirkwood, Lundgaard, Power, Ericsson, and Simpson. As we round out real quick, the top 10, there's a couple of names in here that we haven't seen, and a name that's not in the top 10, Sydney. You talked about it, the pole sitter. But look at Nolan Siegel finishing 6th here.
That's his highest.
Still looking for that win to extend his streak. He's got 3 races to do it. Comes in 7th. Joseph Newgarden. And then Kyle Collette, his career best finishes 9th. And Romain Grosjean rounding out in the top 10. But, man, it was really just Kirkwood. He had control of this race.
Yeah.
Palou and Kirkwood started together on the front row, giving us that ultimate battle between the top 2 in the championship.
Yeah, but Kirkwood challenged Alex from the very beginning, right when green flag was out, and ended up completing the pass at turn 2 and taking the lead.
Yeah, and then once Kirkwood took the lead, nobody could really catch him. The number 27, Andretti Global Honda, surrendered the top position only during pit stop cycles. And at one point, Kirkwood had like a 16-second lead in this race.
With a bunch of lap cars in between him and second.
Yeah. And that's huge because this is a 1.7-mile street circuit. And Kirkwood, he managed the tires. He handled the traffic. And he made 0 mistakes. Yes. You're absolutely right.
And, this was definitely a course for him. He loved that the turns were 90 degrees. Mm-hmm. He loved all the bumps. So that was just a plus for him and adding to this win.
And he also demonstrated his strength on these temporary circuits.
Oh, yeah.
With
6 of his
career 7 wins coming on the
street courses.
Streets. That's just nuts.
So,
and he by winning this race, he kind of tightened the Alex
championship lead.
Gap in the championship there.
Yeah.
It's less than 100 points with 3 races remaining. We've got the doubleheader this weekend, like we mentioned, at Milwaukee Short Track Oval. And then we finish at Laguna Seca for the WeatherTech Grand Prix Monterey.
Yeah.
But, man, we had so many great moments in this race, the top 10 finishers, things like that. There was a moment, I think it was probably the most dramatic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
there was a moment where Kyle Kirkwood almost didn't win this race, I guess you could say, for like a second.
There was a restart on lap 129, and Kyle, had been just dominating this. He was going to cruise to victory.
He was coming off that 16-second lead.
Yeah, and Scotty Mack, who was in second at the time, made an aggressive move on the inside of Kirkwood into turn 1. For a split second, it appeared that McLaughlin was going to take the lead and possibly go on to win his first race. He hasn't won a race in almost 3 seasons.
Yeah, I think it's been like 30-something races.
But how did that go?
Oh, that did not go well. He went straight into the wall and not the ending that the
Thirsty Threes, number 3 Penske car. Yeah.
Not the ending he wanted, for sure.
Not the ending he wanted. He clipped the tire barrier, crashed out of the race, ending, his attempt to steal that victory.
This is not the first time we've seen it this season where a driver has DNF'd on their 100th start.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That was Scotty Mack's 100th career IndyCar start. Who was the other one that did it?
Alex Palou.
Oh, it was Phoenix. Alex Palou in Phoenix. Yes. You're absolutely right.
So
that's not a good omen, It's your 100th career start. There's a good chance you're probably not going to finish the race. But Scotty he saw an opportunity
and he went for it.
This is a historic race, a once in a lifetime race.
So you gotta just YOLO it sometimes.
Had he made that pass cleanly, he could have gone on to win, I think.
Yeah.
But no, that didn't happen, unfortunately, for him. And another bad result for Scotty. But he went for it, and he said, he had the opportunity. He tried to seize it, and it just didn't go his way. Kyle then, faced one more restart before the end of that race, and that was on lap 134. And this time on that restart, he really left no opening for anybody to take the lead from him.
Started lapping cars and pulled away from Christian Lundgaard.
Yeah, he did.
To keep that comfortable.
Yeah. Once he was able to, get and distance himself away from Christian Lundgaard, he really cruised his way to victory. His 7th career IndyCar win. Yeah. And great job for Kyle Kirkwood. He sits now 91 points behind Alex Palou. So he made a big gap, 42 points to Alex Palou. There was a chance Palou could have won the championship
at this race, yes. But that was not the case.
That was not the case.
Kyle just had like a perfect race, it seemed like.
He did.
And that was the exact opposite for Alex Palou.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about Palou's nightmare of an afternoon, Sid.
Everything went wrong.
It
started in the pits.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was under caution, and everyone came in, and he hit Mick Schumacher's tires that were laying out.
Yes.
And obviously that results in a penalty, a drive-through.
It did.
So that puts him
so that first pit stop came out at lap 39 of the race, like you mentioned. Palou clipped the rear tire that was laid out for Mick Schumacher in his box right there, and that was automatic drive-through penalty. He served it on lap 43 once it went green.
Right.
He fell all the way to 21st in the field, and then during the next pit stop, he had another difficult situation.
I forgot about this.
Remember this one?
Yes. The left front wheel nut wouldn't go on.
Mm-hmm.
So then he started driving away, and the tire was about to fall off.
And that allowed Kirkwood to
gain that lead.
Yeah, really gain that lead. He actually lapped Alex Palou. Palou was a lap down at that point. Not a very good weekend for Alex. He eventually returned to the lead lap through the course of the pit cycles
and some yellows,
but problems just continued for him. After earlier contact with the wall, he damaged the suspension in the car. Rear toe link failed later on in the race. Spins and out at turn 4, and then
he's able to drive back to the pits, but obviously the yellow had already been thrown out.
Yeah.
So that's a penalty for him.
Another penalty. Two penalties
in one race.
Again, that Alex one, he had to go to the pits in order to get service, but when they're not open during yellow, that's an automatic.
So that was a restart at the back of the field.
It was just like
he ended up finishing this race like 3 laps down.
He did.
So he didn't DNF.
He finished 20th overall, 3 laps down. And like you mentioned, Sydney, Alex said he was thankful
that all this happened in one race, and that it wasn't scattered over the rest of the season. Yeah, because that ultimately could have ended the championship for him.
Definitely. But he still remains in the lead for the championship. Let's put that up on the screen here right now as well for everybody. So Alex has 553 points, 91 ahead of Kyle Kirkwood, and then Christian Lundgaard moves into second.
Third, 110 points down.
I'm just thinking ahead of myself. But what happened with real quick before we continue on the amazing Andretti weekend? What happened with David Malukas?
Yeah, just overall not a great weekend for Penske, but he qualified in the Fast 6.
Mm-hmm.
He started 6th, and then he just lost it. I think he might have just locked up, hit the wall, and then Stingray. That's a blind corner. So Stingray comes and hits him too, and ends both of their days.
David hit pretty hard into the wall, and luckily Stingray was able to slow down and brake a little bit and didn't quite T-bone.
Yeah.
The number 12 Penske car. David, was real distraught and upset after the race. You can see his emotions. It hasn't been a good stretch of races for him over the last 3 races, really. It could affect, his hand, his wrist, still, I think, affecting him. I don't think that's ever going to go away with that pain. But then he started talking about, it being in his head. Like, is he in the right frame of mind? Is he in the right, is his head in the right spot right now? And I don't want to see that.
Get your head in the game.
Got to get your head in the game.
Yep. But no, I don't want to see that with David either.
No. So let's hope. Going forward, we have 2 ovals coming up. David is very good at ovals.
Very strong.
Let's see if he and Team Penske, who's also really good at ovals, can have a good weekend here in Milwaukee coming up. But let's go talk again about Andretti's big day and just how dominant they've been.
Yeah. Kyle Kirkwood winning, Will Power finishing 3rd, and Marcus Ericsson 4th. That's just, what? I don't even have words to describe that.
There was a chance too that they could have swept the podium.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
that would have been really cool.
But after that last restart, they really didn't get up to speed. Nobody was able to challenge Christian Lundgaard.
Yeah, he was able to get a little bit of a gap
in the race. But yeah, like he's mentioned, following Ericsson's victory the week before at Markham, Andretti has won 2 IndyCar races in a row with 2 different drivers.
2 different drivers. And Will Power being on the podium for both. That's just kind of funny. He's due for his win, though.
That's his 4th podium in the last 6 races for Will Power. So he's turned his season around. If only he was able to qualify well.
I know. Qualifying is his struggle.
For the guy who owns the record for most poles.
Has not been his thing this year.
It hasn't been his thing. But coming from behind and getting his way through traffic and passing cars, no problem with that. And I think as we get into next season, this team is going to be very strong. I think they're going to be the top team to contend with.
And they seem to be appearing and to be peaking at exactly the right point. At the very end of the championship.
Yeah.
When it's very close.
Yeah. And, speaking of Marcus Ericsson too, he's continued his in turnaround. Yeah. Here in 2026, another top 5 result.
Seasons.
He has 6 top 8 finishes across the last 8 races as well. So you talk about struggling for consistency earlier. He's put that to rest.
Oh yeah, he has.
The last 8 races here with 6
that
top
contract
8s. That's just awesome.
Renewed.
Yeah.
Just giving him motivation.
Absolutely. But yeah, Andretti really gave Kirkwood a dominant car, and all 3 cars an awesome week, and the team really just, like you mentioned, peaking at the right time.
It's kind of funny though. You say the team gives him such a great car. He goes to do donuts and he's like, "Oh guys, I think I blew my gearbox."
Yeah, he did like a half turn.
Then the car just stopped.
Couldn't even do a full spin doing donuts there at the start finish line. But yeah, that was just awesome. Tremendous domination from Andretti. Another good weekend for Arrow McLaren, at least for 2 of the 3 cars, right?
Yeah, qualifying seemed good for Arrow. All 3 guys were starting in the top 12.
Yeah.
But it was Christian Lundgaard who finished second after starting 9th.
Yeah.
So another impressive weekend. But as Lundgaard said, it's only fitting that an American won this race. So
Lundgaard in finishing second in this race, another podium for him, and that moved him into third.
Foreshadowing.
Third in the championship. No, I'm not foreshadowing. Nolan Siegel.
Very impressive weekend.
I think we've seen 2 or 3 weekends in a row in which Siegel, who's going to be out of a seat, obviously at Arrow McLaren, will he find himself another ride for 2027? That's yet to be decided, but he gave, McLaren and Arrow team another solid start.
Yeah. He started 18th because of a 6 engine penalty, whatever.
Right.
It's called. But he ended up finishing 6th.
Yeah. The best result of his IndyCar career. So congrats to Nolan Siegel on that finish there. You also mentioned earlier Kiffin Simpson. He started 23rd, climbed 18 spots.
He's also had a really good season.
The highest Chip Ganassi car in the field. Scott Dixon was there, I think, in 7th as well. He's got 3 chances, Scott Dixon, to keep
the streak alive,
streak going,
make it 22 consecutive seasons.
Kyle Collette, top 10 finish.
His best. He always starts really high. He qualifies really good, and then he never finishes the race. Yeah. So it was really good to see him finish in the top 10, and it wasn't at an oval.
Yeah.
So
he qualified well. He started 11th, finishes 9th. So great job for him. He really seems to be, kind of in a groove there at AJ Foy Racing. Not sure where he's going to be next year as well. Will he be back or whatnot?
Or going to MSR? Who knows? Oh no, it's not. No. I think it was confirmed that he wasn't going there.
Right. Mick Schumacher, by the way, did confirm that he has a spot.
He knows where he's going.
He's just not telling anybody yet.
We don't keep secrets. Come on.
I think there's a couple of teams that we talked about, and that will all.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this, but I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, obviously, that he could go to MSR and just ditch that whole Dreyer and Reinbold seat.
Wow.
So
okay,
we'll see what happens. I'm curious.
Where do you get your information from?
Instagram. Right. Where I get everything else.
Yeah. Scott Dixon again finishing 7th in this race. Pato and Marcus Armstrong. Not great races for them as
not a good race overall for MSR because having both of their drivers starting in the top 12 with Marcus Ericsson starting 4th.
So in that lap 129 incident where Scotty Mack, hit the wall, Felix Rosenquist a little bit further.
Just spun.
I think tried to avoid making contact and spun his car out. And, he had a promising day. I think he was 6th or 7th at the time. I just don't know. But yeah, just a disappointing.
Yeah. Marcus Armstrong also involved in an incident with Christian Rasmussen and Rinus VeeKay.
Yeah. So let's go and talk about that real quick because this is the first time I've really seen Rinus VeeKay kind of heated in the moment.
Yeah. And so I don't even remember Christian Rasmussen.
Yes. Well, Graham Rahal was leading the race, and this was on a restart. And Graham made contact, or I don't remember seeing Graham make contact, but they said on the broadcast that Graham made contact with the wall. Rinus VeeKay
he did make contact.
He did. Okay.
Yes, he did.
I just didn't see it. Rinus was in second, I think. at the time, and he kind of something happened.
Well, because like someone hit Christian Rasmussen, and then he hit the wall.
It was like a chain reaction.
VK went, and then something happened to Marcus Armstrong. So both, so not a good weekend for
VK afterward. Said he really pointed the finger at Christian Rasmussen, saying he's just an erratic driver. That's just the way he is.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was Christian Rasmussen's
Neither
fault.
did the guys in the booth. They were like, "Well, just wait till he sees the replay, then he'll calm down."
Yeah, I never heard if they squashed the beef or anything like that, but as we get into Milwaukee here, that's where Christian Rasmussen
that's where he's
won
a
his
crazy
first
driver.
career race last year,
and that's where he was insane.
Yeah, and as we preview that later on here, we'll get into that. But yeah, Renus, who had been doing extremely well as of late, he had a rough afternoon. But yeah, I mean, Alex Palou now the championship leader with 553 points, followed by Kirkwood, and then Lundgaard, Lucas, and Pato rounding out the top 5 there. Joseph Newgarden in 6th. An 8th place finish. We're going to a track in Milwaukee. It's a short oval track. He's yet to win at. So it could be
I think that's the only one he hasn't won at.
Be a possibility that he and Penske can do pretty well here. But I think the championship is still firmly in Alex's control, up by 91 points.
Yeah, I think so. I think
unless something drastic happens, like another DNF.
Yeah, Kyle needs to have top 5 finishes minimum, and Alex needs to DNF
in at least 2 of them.
Yeah,
I think
for him to be closest.
I hope it comes down to the final race at Laguna Seca, because that would just be so much more excitement and so much on the line.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since. Yeah. It's been the last race that the championship was.
We talked about last week.
Decided.
Alex, I think, won it. Had it clinched with 3 races left to go. So after that, it just didn't really. You still have to race the races, but Alex had already had it firm. He had a 133-point lead last year. He had a 90-point lead with 4 races remaining. He now has a 91-point lead with 3 races remaining. And 2 of the final 3 at the Milwaukee Mile doubleheader, 250 lap race. Both on Saturday and Sunday coming up. So that means another mistake or a mechanical problem or, anything like that. And the championship could, change and get a little bit closer. But yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Lundgaard has a chance?
It's going to take.
If Kyle and Alex say they both DNF?
It's going to take a miracle, I think, for Christian Lundgaard. But remember, he did finish 2nd last year at Laguna, and Alex won that race. I think winning pole there means everything.
It's very important
because there's not a lot of passing. Everybody who wins maintains the lead usually, and will go throughout and win there. But a couple of takeaways real quick as we move off of the Freedom 250. We've got IndyNXT to talk about. We're going to talk about that.
Yes, I'm so excited for IndyNXT.
A couple of takeaways here, sis. Number 1, Kyle Kirkwood. He was just a class of his own, right?
Oh yeah. He took the lead immediately and then just controlled this race.
Controlled and dominated. It was only fitting that he ended the race in dominant fashion. Yeah. So congrats to him. It was just awesome. A U.S. kid and, winning here at this inaugural historic race. Takeaway number 2, I think, is just Andretti and their dominance as of late.
They seem to be one of the strongest teams in IndyCar right now.
Absolutely. Number 3 takeaway, Alex Palou
is fine. He's looking human to everyone else who,
that's just part of the game. Not every race
you can't always
is scripted and can go according to plan. There's going to be some obstacles, and you know what? A champion will overcome those challenges, and Alex Palou has proven in the past that he can do that. So expect him to put his best foot forward as we move on for the final 3 races. Number 4, I think Christian Lundgaard just really establishes himself as a championship caliber driver.
Yeah, still proving to teams what he's got.
Where is he going to go?
Yeah,
he's got to be in that number 9, right?
Yeah, I don't know where else he would be.
His 2nd place finish moved him into 3rd in the standings, keeping Arrow on the podium. He's done a tremendous job of that over the last 2 years. And then our last takeaway here, the inaugural Freedom 250 was more than just a race. 215,000 spectators in attendance. Like we mentioned, it produced the largest television audience for a non-Indy 500 race since 1995 at 3.282 million viewers,
which is
I never even got off of the couch.
No.
I wore Depends so I can just use the bathroom. And no, I'm just kidding. I didn't wear Depends. I did go to the bathroom, but I didn't really miss a moment of this race. It was awesome.
Unless
the broadcast,
it was like under
everything
caution.
was so good.
Yeah,
I loved it. But in closing, on the Freedom 250, as we put that to rest, again, congratulations to Kyle Kirkwood and Andretti Global for the dominant, historic 250 victory there.
Yeah, with Kyle closing this championship gap, I'm really interested to see how these next 3 races play out because anything could happen.
Yeah,
so let's see.
I'm really excited about this as well. But now we move on to this weekend doubleheader
in Milwaukee. Well, not for IndyNXT,
but IndyNXT will be on track here.
Finally, it's been a long 2 weeks without IndyNXT.
Yeah. And let's start off, as we normally do, talking about IndyNXT and where the championship fight heads into Milwaukee.
We're talking about the IndyCar Championship getting closer.
Look at
this championship.
Let's show everybody again where the championship lies right now in IndyNXT, and it's Enzo Fittipaldi with a 1-point lead over Nikita Johnson. I mean, these guys are going
Tell
back
me
and
that's
forth.
not insane.
It's not insane at all. And then you have Timmy Kuharczyk, who's quietly just sitting there 18 points back in third, still within striking distance. Our boy Max Taylor, 80 points down, and then Lockie Hughes rounding out the top 5, 90 points behind. I don't know if either of them can really get into it, but again, we have a doubleheader for these guys at Laguna.
In Laguna, yep.
If one of them wins the race here, who knows what we could be in store for. And that really, 18 points separating the top 3. I think that's where it kind of comes down to just those 3. But,
if Max can get the win this weekend, then he can make it closer.
He could. And Milwaukee could completely reshape the landscape of this championship battle. Sunday's race for IndyNXT is 90 laps. It's just over a mile on the oval. It's unlike any other really high-speed oval.
Oh, it's a lot of laps. Okay, good.
At Nashville, Milwaukee requires drivers to lift. They have to
manage your tires. Yep, and just constantly adjust.
Adjust to the car and the handling changes of the car. Remember, they don't pit.
No.
So this is 90
laps. They don't pit. And it's an oval, so you go into qualifying thinking, okay, do I want to start up front and do I want to be really strong in qualifying, or do I want to have a strong race and just finish and start midfield?
Yeah, Max Taylor talked about that with us when he joined us here
after
on the
Nashville,
show. Is that he went into Nashville in race mode, not qualifying mode, and
he started 13th and finished 3rd.
We'll see if that same philosophy goes for the guys in the championship right now. The championship contenders have all produced different results throughout the course of the season on oval tracks. Nikita Johnson finishing 7th at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and then he finishes 2nd in Nashville, making him the strongest performer, even stronger than Miles Rowe. You think? Well,
I mean, of the top 3, he's the strongest. Yes,
of the top 3. Never count out Miles Rowe.
I think he won
on an oval.
Wasn't this the race he won?
This is a race that he won
last year.
Yes, one of the races.
Right?
He did win. Yes,
I think.
What about for Enzo?
Yeah, he finished 13th in Gateway and then 11th at Nashville.
So ovals
may not be his thing.
This can be
but
huge.
He is a pole guy, so we'll see.
We'll see. He did. He was one of the fastest drivers during the open test that they had back in June. So we'll see if that can carry over. I mean, a lot of pressure I think comes on these guys too, like trying to maintain the championship lead as well. With the scholarship at stake for the champion.
But that's just the scholarship just adds so much more stress to this silly season in IndyCar. Where are they gonna go? What seat are they gonna fill?
I don't even know if they could even go. I don't know. I don't know. I heard talks about Josh Pearson. Did we mention that on the last show?
No, we didn't.
Talks about maybe going to
AJ Foyt, I think.
AJ Foyt, yeah. So
I don't know.
Who knows? The guy I'm really interested in seeing how he does this weekend is Tim Kuharczyk. He finished 9th at Gateway and then 18th at Nashville. I think he really needs to limit the damage at Milwaukee before concluding the championship at Laguna Seca, sis.
Yeah. And, of course, we can't count out Max Taylor.
No, you can't.
He's literally shown he's one of the fastest. He is the fastest driver on every single circuit we go to.
He knows how to go fast.
He knows how to go fast. Unfortunately, like, he doesn't always produce, but he's the fastest driver.
Some other drivers right now I think we need to watch, obviously, Alessandro Di Tullio. He's in the running for tying Palou Award's IndyNXT record of 9
Right,
poles.
I forgot about that.
He's sitting at 8. He's got 3 races left to tie or take the lead in that. He finished 4th in the Milwaukee test after winning from pole at Portland. So he can carry that into this race, and maybe, he can win another pole here. Lockie Hughes, never count him out.
No, he finished on the podium in Milwaukee last year.
He did.
So definitely don't count him out.
Yeah, and then obviously Miles Rowe, can't count him out. A couple other guys there. How will Jacob Abel handle?
I know he had a good weekend in Portland, so we'll see.
5th place finish in Portland. That was a few weeks ago now, so
we'll see.
We'll see how everything goes with these guys. But Sid, what are a couple of questions that you have regarding this weekend's race at Milwaukee?
I really want to know if Enzo can take his speed in testing and make a victory out of it.
That's huge. Yeah, can that translate into
a win
result?
Yep,
absolutely. What about Nikita Johnson? Can his oval consistency, bump him back into the lead?
Probably. He's only 1 point down.
I don't know.
So
I don't know. Timic, can he stay, close enough to have a chance and attack at Laguna? We'll see what happens there. Can Max Taylor pick up his second win of the victory, and in doing so, can he find himself back into it? And then, tire wear, traffic, all
cautions,
that stuff.
Yeah, just how is
there's so many factors that
could decide the race.
This race, absolutely. Yeah. This race, IndyNXT practice begins Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock here in the morning, and then they qualify at 12:30. 9:30 our time here on the West Coast. A 90-lap race
for
Sunday
for the IndyCar race.
Yeah.
So
a 90-lap race. Again, no pits really for these guys.
No.
Sunday at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, and that will be on FS1. Sydney, who is your pick to win this race?
My pick, Lockie Hughes.
Lockie Hughes, and why?
He won in Gateway.
Okay.
And he was on the podium here last year. And the only guy ahead of him on the podium was, I think, Dennis Auger.
Yeah.
And he's not in the series anymore. So I think Lockie can pick up the win.
I like Lockie Hughes, the veteran, really, of this field.
Andretti, too, yeah.
Yeah, and Andretti. I'm going to say Matteo Nannini, who had a pretty good result at the last oval.
Nashville, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Can he?
Started in first.
And ended in first. So
yeah.
I'm throwing that out there. I'm going to go with Matteo Nannini. I'm not going to go with one of the guys that's in the current lead in the championship right now. I want to see if he can repeat and win this race. But, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Can't wait for these guys this weekend. And then, ending next weekend with 2 races at Laguna Seca. Just a lot of fun.
I know. I can't wait.
All right. Now let's get into it, Sissy.
IndyCar.
This is IndyCar.
Double header.
Only one race there last year.
Yeah, because of the double header in Iowa or something. I don't know. Anyways.
2 races.
IndyCar.
This time around.
Double header. I'm excited. Who doesn't love 2 races in one weekend?
It's the only double header of the 2026 season, and what a great time to do it than right now.
On an oval.
On the oval. 500 laps. Over 2 days of racing, with opportunities for Alex to secure another championship. It would be his 4th in a row, 5th in the last 6 years, or can Kyle Kirkwood stay and keep the fight alive?
I don't know. So Saturday, we have the Snap-on Makers and Fixers 250. And then Sunday is the Snap-on Milwaukee Mile.
Yeah, the makers and fixtures are gone. It's just going to be Snap-on Milwaukee Mile on Tuesday. They are only there for Saturday's race. Each race, like we mentioned, is going to be 250 laps around one of the oldest
and historic.
One of the most historic racetracks
in America.
That Milwaukee Mile always looks like a fun place. All the food and everything they got. Remember a couple of years ago, or was it last year, that they had, some of the people at Georgia Hannaberry or Jack Harvey or somebody was just sampling some of the food and talking with all the people out there, cheese curds or something like that. I think it's going to be awesome. Now, this track may look simple, but it's anything but easy, Sid.
Yeah, the corners have only 90 degrees of banking, so the drivers cannot hold the throttle wide open.
I think that was evident last year in how we saw Christian Rasmussen
drive off the walls
through the field.
Wait, wasn't this the race that he had a fire? One of the races that he had a fire and still won?
I
probably
don't remember. I mean, he was a man possessed. He was a maniac winning last year's race in Milwaukee. And he, even after he had taken the lead with, 10, 15 laps or something
he wasn't going to calm it down.
He almost drove himself out of winning that race. Just driving erratically, even though he had such a big lead. He didn't know anything other than just driving
crazy. Yeah, he doesn't know how to.
Hair he has, like his hair is on fire, right?
Yes, he doesn't know how to be calm and collected when it comes to driving a race car.
So, braking's important. The lift and balance of the car is going to be important as well. And this track really places an importance on the mechanical grip and managing and finding clean air.
Yeah, traffic will also be critical.
Of course it will, yeah.
Yeah, leaders will begin catching slower cars quickly, maybe choosing the wrong lane, going up too high
you're gonna
in
have,
the marbles.
You're going to have lapped cars probably by lap 10 of this race already. Probably. You're going to be lapping cars. And then you think about after laps 40 or 50, where is it going to be? Dirty air, marbles on track, pit stop strategy is going to be huge. I think more important than ever, really, with these teams that are still in contention to win the championship. Traffic is going to be critical. The leaders, you don't want to get caught up.
You don't want to get
dirty air, and
you don't want to get caught up with the lapped car, because then that can end your whole day.
Yeah, absolutely right. So in the championship fight, sis, Alex enters with a 91-point lead over Kyle Kirkwood. Alex, appeared like he was going to run away with it.
With this championship, yep.
But with that 20th place finish, his worst of the season, he's going to be out for blood and want to do better this weekend, right?
And last year, he was on pole. So he can at least try and count on getting 1 point this weekend. But he still controls the championship. He needs, I think, 70-ish points?
71 points.
Over the 3 final races?
Yes, to guarantee the title.
Yeah.
So a DNF is 0, and
but that doesn't matter what Kyle does, right? So it's just as long as he gets.
The magic number for Alex Palou to clinch the championship is 71 points over the next 3 races. It's an average of an 8th place finish every race.
Okay.
And Alex's average finish this season up to this point is 6.5.
Yeah.
So it's
he
definitely
can probably
doable. One bad mistake in the first race, then you think about, oh shoot, could this get into the head? Could this carry over? I think Saturday's race could be the most important race
I
of
agree.
this entire season.
Yeah, but Milwaukee creates twice this danger, especially in one weekend. A crash, a mechanical failure, a poorly timed caution can change anything.
Yeah.
And just bring the pressure for Sunday.
Yeah. And as for Kyle Kirkwood goes, his mission is go out there and try to win. Every race. Collect the bonus points, try to win poles, lead laps, anything he can to force Alex to respond and put the pressure on him. He only has one IndyCar victory on an oval.
Yeah. But he has had some good results outside of the win. So we'll see what he can do.
Can Andretti continue it? I mean, Marcus Ericsson, he won at Markham.
the last Gateway, Marcus Ericsson had a pretty strong race, finished on the podium. But besides that, I feel like Andretti hasn't been super strong on the short ovals this year. So if there is momentum, they definitely need to carry it with them.
Okay. Are there any favorites in your opinion going forward this weekend? And who are they and why?
Christian Rasmussen?
Sure.
Do I need to give a why? Like...
I mean, that was the first time I had ever seen Alex Palou get chased down in that kind of a fashion. 16 laps remaining to earn his very first IndyCar victory.
Win. Yeah.
And it's been a very difficult season for all of ECR this year. He and both Alexander Rossi.
Yeah.
They need something. You know what? Let's make this interesting. I want to see a curveball thrown into this race, and Christian Rasmussen driving like a maniac could be
definitely throws one.
Yeah, we'll see. He could ruffle some feathers of some other drivers too, so we could see some tension off the track as well.
Yeah, and I think another driver, obviously, to look out for is Joseph Newgarden.
Why not? Yeah.
He's won 2 of the 3 oval races this season in Phoenix and in Worldwide, so why not? Look for him.
14 career wins on oval tracks as well, short oval tracks for Joseph. But he has surprisingly never won at Milwaukee. So he was only, in testing, he was only 23rd overall in testing.
Yeah,
that was in July. Remember, though, he did have the boot.
He still has the boot.
His foot was more damaged in July than it is now as we're approaching the end of August. So, is his foot healthy enough? I don't think you could ever count out Joseph Newgarden when it comes to a short oval. I think all of the Penskes are going to be good. I think Scotty Mack is going to be looking to redeem
I think Scotty
his mistake was last week, and then David Malukas too. He needs to get back on track, and no better way to do it than
in an oval. Yeah,
and try to capture that first win of the season. Speaking of Scotty Mack, he led that last test at 161 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So he was like the fastest at that.
He also won the second race in Milwaukee in 2024.
Yeah.
And then finished on the podium last season.
So
in Milwaukee.
That Milwaukee race in 2024, that was the last race that he had won. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while. Yes. His winless streak, if I'm thinking about it, yes, that was the last win he had at Milwaukee in 2024. So hey, maybe he can, Scotty Mack, great dude. Another girl dad. I'm wearing my girl dad shirt here tonight as well. So, you gotta give the girl dad some love here. Another guy I think who can be very fast. He was the second fastest at the testing, and he's had a great season up to this point. Is Rinus VeeKay. Yeah,
he has. He has finished. I feel like he's. David Malukas has seemed to be like the second place guy all season. Rinus VeeKay is like the fourth place guy. He's always finishing fourth.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for a stronger result.
Yeah, I expect the number 76 car to have a good opportunity and chance to contend for his first IndyCar victory here as well. Obviously we talked about Andretti, them showing pace. The Indy 500 winner, Whoa,
words are hard.
Phoenix Rosenquist.
Speaking of Phoenix, Will Powers and the Phoenix orange car.
Oh yeah, and real quick on
this
Phoenix
weekend
as well. I think it was leaked that Phoenix IndyCar race next season is going to be under the lights.
Okay, good.
It's going to be a night race.
Yay, that's exciting.
I think that was leaked
Where?
at DC.
Where did you see that?
So I got my sources. I can't disclose that. But Felix Rosenquist was the fourth fastest for Meyer Shank Racing.
The Indy 500 winner.
Indy 500 winner. He's already proven that he and that 60 car can execute, IndyCar's toughest ovals.
Yeah.
Right.
And he needs to show that he's good on ovals going over to Arrow McLaren next year when their main goal is to win the 500.
Yeah.
So.
And we can never overlook Pato.
No, he's won there.
He's won here in the past. He won one of the races in 2024.
He's had like 4 oval victories since 21.
Yeah. He's second only to Joseph Newgarden.
I think so.
With the most oval victories since 2021. So, can't count out Pato as well. I really think the Penskes are going to be strong. I think they're going to be the ones to really contend and deal with, but
be the ones
anything can happen at ovals. Again, we'll see what happens. Scott Dixon, another guy I'm going to keep my eye on. Just because, he's entering this weekend looking to preserve one of IndyCar's greatest streaks in his 21 straight seasons with a win.
Yeah, but he remains winless in 2026.
Yeah.
And there's only Milwaukee
like a
and
7th
Laguna.
to 10th place average finish is where Scotty Dixon is kind of finished all season long. So we'll see if he can get up there. He did have the podium at Long Beach, right?
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, we'll see. Again, anything can happen.
Only 2 tracks left, so we'll see.
Yeah. Scott Dixon, speaking of him, though, did win at Milwaukee back in 2009.
Long time ago.
But he did win there.
So he has experience.
You will have 2 opportunities to do that this weekend.
Yeah, I think that's what's nice about the doubleheader. You don't perform well in Saturday's race. Okay, well, you have Sunday, so make up for it.
Absolutely. David, again, we talked about, as a strong contender, 3 of his 5 podiums this season have come on of the ovals as well. So Milwaukee, could be his best remaining opportunity to come away with his first IndyCar win.
Maybe he can get pole.
Maybe.
That'd be awesome to see.
Christian Lundgaard, also big for him. Let's not forget.
Big weekend, yeah. Only 19 points behind Kyle Kirkwood. So he's close. He could catch second if Kyle has a bad weekend.
I don't think, both guys, Kirkwood and Palou, would have to DNF the final 3 races. And basically, Lundgaard would have to finish, I think,
win every race,
6th or better every race, or something like that to even.
But he could catch Kyle for second.
Set the second place.
Yes,
is where it's really at. So, Lundgaard's best oval finish came at Milwaukee last season, where he came in 6th. So not his strongest of races.
Yeah,
but we'll see what can happen with him. Couple key takeaways and questions here, Sid. So we're getting towards the end of the show here, and our preview of Milwaukee. Can Alex Palou recover from Washington and clinch this weekend?
I would say yes. He can. He's proven that he doesn't stay in that mindset, and he just kind of overlooks it. Obviously, he's gonna learn and improve from it, but he's not gonna hold himself accountable, or not accountable, but he's not gonna hold him. Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
So I think yes.
Okay, what about Kyle Kirkwood? Can he and Andretti continue their late season surge?
I hope so. I want this championship to get closer. I want this battle to be really close, as close as it can get before Laguna Seca. So
will Joseph Newgarden finally win at Milwaukee?
I don't know.
And add another short track oval to his resume. Huh?
Times he's got to prove. I don't know.
What about for you?
Can Scott McLaughlin turn his testing speed into a victory finally?
I think he's got a great chance. I'm always on the Thirsty Threes bandwagon. I love Scotty Mac. I want so badly for him to get a win, get a victory here. Yeah. And then lastly, can Scott Dixon get a win and keep his streak alive?
I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I just don't see him winning on these short oval type tracks. But he could prove me wrong. So
hey, prove us wrong, Iceman, and get this win before your run at Chip Ganassi comes to an end, and keep that streak alive. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
And then you have to think, after 250 laps on Saturday, which teams are gonna make the best adjustments before doing it all over again?
Yeah, you can't wreck your car. No. I mean, you do not want to have a wreck and put your car out of commission and stuff like that, especially during qualifying as well, because it's a quick turnaround time. Yeah. Qualifying Saturday morning, and then the race later Saturday afternoon, and then again on Sunday. So we'll see. Okay, here it is. Here it is.
My least favorite.
Saturday's Snap-on Makers and Fixers 250. Who are you picking to win Saturday's race? Okay, let's just give me 2 winners.
Sunday? No, Sunday, I think Scotty Mac is going to do good.
Okay.
Sunday. Saturday, I don't know.
Will we see a first-time winner?
No.
No.
I think Christian Rasmussen, honestly.
I
feel like he's going to be the Saturday winner. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I think we're going to see another Andretti do well.
Who?
And maybe win. I think Marcus Ericsson.
Oh.
I'm going with Marcus
back weekends
to do really well.
I like
this
that pick.
weekend. I can never count out Santino Ferrucci when it comes to ovals. Also, I don't know. If he has a chance, Romain Grosjean, the Dale Coyne cars, they're going to put up a good fight. If there's a dark horse in this, I don't know. Maybe Marcus Armstrong.
Okay.
He just needs a good result.
For my dark horse, I picked Mick Schumacher.
Ooh, he was good at Phoenix.
He was good at Phoenix.
In qualifying.
He qualified. So I'm hoping he can have a good race.
Okay.
He's been pretty fast on ovals.
I like those. I like those choices there, sis. IndyCar practice tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 here Pacific on FS1.
Yep.
And qualifying for both races Saturday, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific in the morning. It's going to be so early because IndyNXT is even on track before that at 6 a.m. our time. So go to bed early Friday night and get ready for a lot of racing on Saturday and Sunday. A
lot of racing on Sunday.
Race 1 goes green, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific on Fox. And then
Sunday, I think it's
Sunday. We have IndyNXT in the morning, and then
it's like a 1 o'clock.
Yeah, 1 o'clock Eastern, which is 10 Pacific here in the morning for Sunday's race. But yeah, so much action. We got 3 races for these guys this weekend. It's great, and ovals are so exciting. I love them so much.
Yeah, and I'm just 2 IndyCar races and an IndyNXT race. Like, I'm so excited.
With critical championship implications.
Yeah. 590 total laps of racing throughout this weekend.
Get ready, guys. It's going to be a doozy of
packed.
A weekend.
But I'm so excited. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy NXT is back.
Me too.
Yeah.
This has been a really good NXT season.
It has.
And it's been, last year it was dominated, Dennis Howder.
And this year
locked up. This year it can come down. There's 3 guys with legitimate chances right here. So
yeah.
Remember, everybody, subscribe to Racelets on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram,
on
TikTok,
all the socials.
For all IndyCar and IndyNXT coverage. We've got you covered here. We'll be heading out to Laguna next week.
Can't wait.
Can't wait for that to end the season. It's going to be awesome. But
I'm Sydney.
And I'm Fred. Thank you again so much for listening and watching to us. Enjoy the races this weekend, everybody. Have fun. Stay cool. Be safe. And let's see if Alex Palou can clinch the championship, or
imagine
we be down to the final race of the season. It's going to be great, guys. Thank you again so much. Well,